Welcome back to the Gran Turismo Online League. It is time for the third race of this GTO racing season. The GTO Brazil Grand Prix. We're here in Super Formulas at the beautiful Interlagos. What a great racetrack we're coming to here tonight. And we got 14 of some of the best online racers ready to go at it here on this winding and tight and technical road course here in the super fast Super Formulas. Qualifying has just ended a few minutes ago. Let's take a look at the starting lineup from here tonight. David Pinkston Jr. grabbed the pole in an amazing lap. He's going to start on the pole position and grab that one bonus point. Gavin Morrison will start P2. P3 will be Javen Tucker. P4 will be Jack McKevitt. P5 will be the current points leader, Dante Corrado. P6 will be Rashad Metz. P7 will be Board Wharton. P8 will be Cross Alberty. P9 will be Austin Minnick. P10 will be Colin McKevitt. P11 will be Trevor Levine. P12 will be the Magic Slinky. P13 will be the driver of the day, Isaiah Smith. And P14 will be Nicholas Collier. We got a packed field here tonight. Let's talk to a couple drivers to see how they're feeling before this. Let's talk to your current pole sitter. Let's talk to him. Let's see if we can talk to David Pinkston. David, are you with us here?
Yeah.
So you sat her on the pole, had an amazing lap. How you feeling about going in this race, and how you think you're gonna be able to do?
I just hope that I don't make any mistakes early on and fall back. Try my best to get to the top three and hopefully finish there.
Well, congratulations on the pole, and looking forward to see what we can do. Let's talk to the second place starter. Let's see if we can find Gavin Morrison. What's up, Gavin? You are the defending winner of this race. You won it last year in a very clean fashion. So how you feeling going into tonight's race, rolling off P2?
I feel pretty good. Hopefully I just don't mess it up or get drifted off the course. Mostly just concerned about tires, really.
Congratulations on the P2 start, and good luck. Let's talk to one more driver. Let's talk to the third place starter here, Javen Tucker. What's up, Javen? Rolling off P3. I know you're not really looking forward to this race, but how you feeling after posting a third fastest qualifying lap?
Well, I wasn't looking forward to last week either, and I won. So maybe we can do that again this week.
Well, hopefully you can do it again, so good luck to you. That'll be it for our driver's interview, and if everyone is ready, then we can go ahead and go trackside to get this thing underway. 25 laps to settle it here at Interlagos. Who can out-strategize the other, who can keep their nose clean, and who can keep it between the white lines. It's going to be a fun race, a fast-paced race, and a strategizing race. A lot of things will go into winning here tonight at Interlagos. And these Super Formulas is one of the most difficult races on the schedule to win. When do you use your overtake? When do you use that fresh set of tires? When do you pit? When do you get fuel? It will all be settled here in the next few moments. 14 drivers lined up at the stripe, ready to knock off the third race of the season. The lights are out. The Brazil Grand Prix is underway for the GTO season. Diving down to the turn one, 3 wide for the lead already. Gavin Morrison ducks down to the inside, 3 wide back to pack. Someone misses turn one, goes way off track. 2, 3, 4 drivers missing turn one, having to give those positions back for being off the track. Still side by side back there in the back. Some drivers already using overtake. Gavin Morrison and Javen Tucker in a dead heat for the lead as they dive into the corner. Tucker's gonna grab it though, as we have an amazing race back in the pack. 2, 3 wide. Mets trying to survive there in the middle. Here comes Colin McKevitt trying to get it back. Tucker under pressure from Gavin Morrison. Side by side back there. Ooh, someone way out of the run. Metz is going to go around. Metz heavy damage into the outside wall. Big wreck early on. Rashad Metz able to get it back going. Heavy damage for that number 24 machine. As Metz likes to say, got to get the mulligans out early. Tucker out to an early lead, still a lot of room. Big crash again. 2, 3 cars around. Isaiah Smith, Austin Minnick are involved in this one. A lot of guys having trouble early. Only on lap 1, we've already had 3 or 4 cars involved in incidents. Here they come down the front straightaway to complete lap number 1 out of 25. Javen Tucker is going to lead the first lap. Here comes Gavin Morrison, though he's still close behind. Tucker has a rearview mirror full of the Gavin Morrison Mountain Dew machine. Morrison and Tucker went at it all race last season in the Super Formula race at St. Croix. Morrison trying to put some pressure on the 99 machine, not quite close enough. Here comes a side-by-side battle between Colin McKevitt. Ooh, McKevitt able to hang on to it. Extra loose moment. Oh, he almost, there it goes around. Colin McKevitt. Oh, someone else almost went around too, trying to avoid him. A lot of cars having issues early, trying to hang on to these cars, these very, very twitchy cars. Ooh, something has happened to Gavin Morrison. Gavin Morrison has had issues. He has front-end damage. He's back to 8th. That moves Cross up to P2. Now trying to track down the leader of Javen Tucker. Javen Tucker did not want to race this race really badly. Oh, and Bart Warren goes around off the front bumper of Gavin Morrison. Incident after incident. Man, this first lap, or first 2 laps, have been filled with spins. As Austin Minnick goes around now out of the 14th spot. Got into the grass there off of the final turn. This shows you just how difficult these cars are to drive. A lot of guys having problems early. Met's able to rebound. He was back there in last. He's back to mid-pack up in 7th right now. Gavin Morrison trying to make something happen in P8. And that may make these guys want to change their strategy being that far back now. Change the strategy, you know, try to change some things up. Maybe use a little overtake. Try to catch back up, gives you some track position. Track position is going to be your best friend into the closing stages of this race. Ooh, Cross got a little loose there off of the turn. These rumble strips are very, very touchy with these race cars. Like to bottom out very low to the racetrack. Lose a lot of grip on corner exit trying to get the power down. Riding along now with the 6th place driver of Trevor Levine and that chrome machine. Taking a look over his helmet in front of him as he's completing the lap. One interesting thing, it's going to be interesting how strategy plays is Jack McKevitt goes way to the left to try to break the draft or something. Mostly strung out now throughout the pack. Tucker currently has a 3.3 second lead at the moment. We'll see how his strategy changes. He actually started in racing softs. So first 2 drivers on racing softs. So they're going to fall off a lot faster than these guys in the back. First one on different compound will be Dante Corrado back there at P3. Corrado has made up a lot of ground. Said that he's not a good qualifier in these cars. But man, he has a fast number 73 car here in race trim. David Pinkston, the pole sitter, has worked his way back up to P4 after an early race little fallback. And Gavin Morrison and Rashad Metz are going at it now for P7. Ooh, Morrison got really loose off of that corner. Ooh, here comes Jack McKevitt. Rashad Metz is going to be able to complete the pass on him. Going to try to pull away from him here a little bit. Down the straightaway they go. Now look at Javen Tucker. Them tires starting to wear pretty bad in the 99 car. This is allowing for Dante Corrado and David Pinkston to gain a lot of time on these guys. Here comes David Pinkston to the inside of Corrado into the corner. Pinkston's able to complete it, but here comes the crossover move. Not quite able to do it. 73 car still with that target machine of Junior. Knows the tail as they enter this tight and technical back section of the racetrack. And there's another player involved. Here comes Trevor Levine trying to spoil the party for this 3rd place spot. These guys are battling hard, but they are tracking down the 2 leaders at a pretty quick rate. And Tucker and these guys are using up a lot of tires to try to stay out front. Little aggressive tire strategy early. It'll be interesting to see how it changes throughout this race. Now from 6th back to 7th. It's nose to tail, pretty close for all these guys. Well, this is going to be a battle going into turn one. Morrison actually goes to the outside. Going to try for the wider entry. Can he get it back? Yes, he does. What a pass by Gavin Morrison. Backed up the entry of the corner, cut back down to the inside, able to get a huge run off, and he clears Jack McKevitt for that P6 spot. Metz is going to try to set up a pass here going down that straightaway. He's to his inside. Oh, Jack McKevitt sends it way deep into the corner, able to get a good launch off. As Cross is now starting to have a mirror full. As Tucker has lost his lead down to about a second. He's losing a lot of time. Jamin Tucker used up a lot of his tires and stuff early. He is falling and falling fast. They are probably going to get past within the end of this lap, I would assume. And here comes Cross Alberti trying to make a move on the lead while he still can. These guys starting the more aggressive compounded tire to start off the race. And now they have the target machine of David Pinkston on their tail, as well as Corrado and Trevor Levine. And Jamin Tucker's going to duck the pit road. He's going to be the first taker of the race. Leaves Cross out as the race leader. Morrison currently has the fastest lap of the race. That would end up getting him that one bonus point. Here they come down that long back straightaway into the corner. Pinkston now closing in under a half a second. Ooh, Cross way out wide. That painted surface here gets really slick, really easy to make a slip up there. It's still trying to make a move back there in the back. But the race is now for the lead. David Pinkston working on that Cross machine. As they roar off of the corner, here they go. I believe there's a car coming up just ahead of them. Ooh, Cross gets off the track a little bit. That opens the door for Pinkston. Pinkston's the new leader off the final turn. Here comes Dante Corrado as well. Cross, will he stay on the racetrack? No, he doesn't. Cross comes to pit lane as well. He's going to get 4 fresh tires. Now a 3-car battle for the lead. Pinkston able to edge out a little bit. 1/8 of a second lead now. The battle's hard here between these two. Here comes Trevor Levine to the inside. He's a little overtake, a little push the pass there. He heads down to the inside, clears him going to the corner. Trevor Levine now up to P2 in that chrome car. Vine had a shot to win the championship. Long shot, but he was still in it last year. Looking to improve on this season. Vine, a very talented driver. Hoping to be able to put it all together this year to win his first GTO title if he can get it done. Now look at Corrado in P3. Corrado coming off a kind of rough year last year. Missed a handful of races. Did win the 50.0 last year as well as this year. But ended up with a disappointing points finish. So he's looking to do a lot better. And this year, third race in, he's still the current points leader. So doing so far so good for the Corrado. Looks like David Pinkston is going to come on a pit lane. Some interesting strategies happening here. That leaves 2 people out on the racetrack, and the leader Gavin Morrison now up there. Rashad Metz is going to pit as well as with them. Got a good number of takers. Race is still on for the lead. Riding along now in the blue car of Dante Corrado, riding P2 at the moment. Now you can hear the difference in the throttle, the speed they're carrying into the corner. As the tires get hotter, more slicker, they wear out. That lack of grip in the rubber. These guys are going to slow way down, see a lot of fall off. You take a look at the right-hand side of your screen. These guys have slowed down over 2 seconds normally from the fastest lap set earlier in this race by Gavin Morrison. So, man, these guys, the tire fall off is a really big deal. You do gain some speed with trimming some of that fuel load off, losing some of that weight, but that tire wear is definitely causing some problems here. And I'm not quite sure what happened. I think we've lost David Pinkston. I think he had a technical issue that is definitely not good for his race whatsoever. One of the fastest cars in this race. Dante Corrado still all over the rear end. As you see, Jack McKevitt actually starting to come into view in the background. Still 3 seconds back, but depending on his fuel strategy, might be able to make a run for it here. Still a lot of drivers yet to pit. The first one I believe that has pitted is Javen Tucker, back there in 6th place, if I'm correct. Slinky actually out there on hards. This could be an interesting strategy by the driver, the famous number 26, the fabled 26 car. These guys still racing really hard for the lead here. When will it come down to it? Who? Down in the turn 1, they still staying out on the racetrack. Nose the tail for the lead. Will Corrado choose to make a move, or is he content riding behind him? Maybe he's trying to use that toe to save some fuel. We got a race here for, or the lapped car of Isaiah Smith going a lap down, I believe. Ooh, huge moment for Corrado. Got really, really loose going into that corner. Still able to hang with Trevor Levine, the current leader. Final section here, they come through the fastest. Corrado is falling back a little bit. I don't know if Levine's going to have enough fuel to go any longer. It looks like Levine's going to duck the pit road this time by. Corrado chooses to stay out another time. Corrado staying out once again. Current points leader, man, he started way back in the pack. And currently up there leading this thing. A little pit strategy in it. If Corrado could get it done here tonight, that would tie him for 5th on the all-times win list with Slinky. We'll get him his 6th career victory. Jack McKevitt is in a little wide line in that corner. I believe he stumbled a little bit off a corner exit. Ooh, someone went way off a track back there in the back. Some of these guys sticking on hards, trying to make a run to the end of this thing. A lot of guys actually going to hards. This could get interesting. Very, very interesting. Slinky is still the first one to have not pitted yet. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Corrado's going to duck the pit lane this time by. He's running on fumes in that machine. So is Jack McKevitt. This should technically cycle out Slinky. Slinky may be attempting a one-stop. If he can do it. Tucker has moved his way back up the P4. And yeah, he does. Look, Slinky has circled out into the lead. Javen Tucker cycled back up the P2. So Slinky trying to one-stop this race as it looks like. Some interesting fuel and tire strategies going on right now. Looks like Corrado's going to cycle out. I believe he's going to be able to hang on the top 5. Will he be able to clear Levine on exit? No, he doesn't. Levine scooches past him. He's going to come out directly behind him, though. A lot of action still going on throughout the pack. The Caterpillar car is going to run in the pit lane on absolutely zero gas. Slinky's still the current leader. Man, he is babying that throttle, trying to save every single ounce of gas that he possibly can. Could this be the strategy? As we have a hell of a race going on back here for 5th, we saw it down out of the corner of our eye. And these were to the 2 race leaders. So I would assume, oh, Nicholas Collier has spun out. He's going to get out of the way. Very, very difficult cars to get a handle of. Very interesting strategy here by Slinky. He's made it over halfway on 1 tank of gas. This could be a very, very good strategy depending on how much time he loses and if anyone else has to pit again. Morrison's fastest lap of the race still stands at the moment. I don't think anyone changed to softs after that pit cycle. If someone tries to twist it, Isaiah Smith is currently out on the racetrack on softs. He's back there in P10. His little cloud cover starts to loom overhead. Looks like Slinky's going to have the pit this time by. Yes, he does. Finally come to pit road, finishing up lap 14. That's going to cycle. Javen Tucker will be your new leader. Tucker hasn't won the Super Formula race yet for GTO, but man, has he been close. Finished on the podium 2 times before. Very, very close last year. Very, very close the year before as well. Could this year be his year? Could this season be the season that he finally gets it done and puts that Bucky's 99 in victory lane for the Super Formula race for the GTO league? Cross has actually cycled out in the P2. He's got about a 3-second advantage over Dante Corrado back there at P3. Him and Corrado and Levine back there still pretty close to each other. Then just behind them is Jack McKevin at P5, and Rashad Metz and Gavin Morrison are in a battle now for P6. Interesting to see where Slinky cycle out. Slinky cycle back out in P9. So not a bad stop or anything for him. He might be able to make it without saving fuel to the end of this thing. But I believe he definitely used probably the most overtake out of anyone. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out at the end of this thing, because we're coming up on 10 laps to go when the leader crosses the stripe this time around. So 10 laps to go this time by. So starting to wind down already. Strategy has been the name of the game so far. Trying to get yourself the track position when it matters. Try to be able to know when to push and know when to save has been a big, big concern in this race. Rashad Metz has cleared the Mountain Dew machine of Morrison for that P6 spot. Not quite sure if Metz might not have enough gas to make it to the end. It's going to be interesting to see. A lot of these guys running a little low on gas. We're a little under half tank. Might have to do a little saving, but they might be able to get there. It's going to be interesting to see what will happen. Word machine, I think he backed it into the wall off of the corner. He's lapped down as well. Javen Tucker still currently 16 seconds ahead of everyone else. He was the first car to come to pit road, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. So he will most likely have the pit again. I don't know if he's going to have enough. And Corrado has actually caught cross there as Rashad Medstuck's on the pit lane. Kind of straight. Oh, Corrado! What a kind of a save. Almost goes around. Got into the grass there off of the corner. And he lost a lot of time. This will probably allow Trevor. Yes, it does. Here comes Trevor Levine to his left side. He's going to try to complete a pass, and he does. He's still side by side off of the corner. Corrado trying to get that position back. It's a lap car. Board Burton trying to join the fight as well. All over the rear end of the machine, a little push and a shove. Gets Corrado to the inside of Levine, but Levine is going to have the preferred lane in this next corner. The lap car of Wharton has joined the fight. Here comes Jack McKevitt and Morrison. We're going to have a hell of a battle here for the P3 spot. Three cars under a blanket as they cross the stripe this time by. Corrado trying to hang on to his position. Trevor Levine trying to pass him for that P3 spot. Take a look later on in the pack. Morrison trying to gain some ground again. We got someone around back there in the back. Oh no! Magic Slinky has gone around. He's had heavy damage to the front and the rear end of that machine. Now, very, very tough break for Slinky. Had an excellent strategy. I don't know if he's going to be able to pull it off after that mishap. That lost him a lot of time. As Cross is going to come to pit lane, which will most likely be his final stop of the race, so does Trevor Levine. A couple of these guys ducking the pit road. Tucker running on fumes. He's most likely going to have the pit this time around. Corrado trying to gain some time now up at the P2. Still anyone's race. Whose strategy could it be? Who can hang on? I see a lot of drivers getting enough fuel to get them to the end of this thing. As Rashad Met should technically be able to pass these guys. Cycle out in front of them, I would think. He doesn't quite able to get to him as we got a side-by-side battle here for P7. Had a side-by-side battle. The leader, Javen Tucker, has now came into the pits. The leader of Javen Tucker on the pit road. He's going to get that number 99 into his pit stall and get this thing serviced. Wonder what kind of tire compound he will choose to go. The two CHR teammates on pit road at the same time. Corrado going to join Tucker on pit road. That will allow Jack McKevitt to take the lead and Gavin Morrison. Two-car battle now for the lead. Do they have enough gas to make it to the end? Jack McKevitt might have a shot. Gavin Morrison might have a shot if he saves. But they're locked in a dead heat battle. Only 0.5 of a second separates your two leaders. Tucker has cycled out 5 seconds back. He put on some racing softs. Now those things can last him to the end of this thing. Tucker has not touched his overtake. Full tank for overtake for Tucker. Tucker could start pushing and definitely make up a ton of time. But when will it be time to go? How long do you wait? A little slip up there from Jack McKevitt. Your top 8 as they run right now. Jack McKevitt, Gavin Morrison, Javen Tucker, Dante Corrado, Magic Slinky, Cross, Trevor Levine, then Rashad Meds makes up your top 8 at the moment. Here they come. Down the front straightaway. They get as close to the pit wall as they possibly can. 3 tenths separate your top 2 as they dive into turn 1. Tucker starting to gain a lot of time on these two. It's going to come down to an amazing finish. 5 laps to go here at Interlagos. Who will be able to finish it off? Who will be this season's Super Formula winner? Can Gavin Morrison go back-to-back? Can Tucker win his first Super Formula event? Can Jack McKevitt spoil the party and win from starting way back in the pack? Jack looking for his 5th career victory. If he can get it tonight, that would tie him with Dante Corrado for 6th on the all-times win list. But he's got to hang on. He goes off the track a little bit. That opens the door for Gavin Morrison. Here comes Jalen Tucker in 3rd spot. 3-car battle. Purple sector out of Tucker. Here they come, a 3-car battle for the lead. Tucker might be trying to get past these guys. Yes, he does. Here he goes to the right, left side of Gavin Morrison. He slips in front. Tucker, your new leader. Morrison trying to get right back at him. 3 cars in a row for the lead. Hard battle for P2. Will anyone be able to catch Tucker? Tucker pulling away as these 2 guys behind him are trying to gain as much as they can. Tucker still showing a full tank of overtake. Everyone jockeying for position. It is go time. It is time to go. Next time around, it'll be 3 more laps remaining. This is where it ends. This is where it all comes to a head. I don't know if anyone will have anything to say for Javen Tucker, as he has got a 3-second advantage and counting. These guys back here might just be settling in, trying to save fuel at this point. Dante Corrado is gaining a lot of time on these guys, but I don't know if he's going to have enough. There goes Gavin Morrison on the pit lane. He's not going to have enough gas to make it to the end. He's got to do something here out of desperation. Tucker now a 5-second advantage over the rest of the pack. 3 more laps remaining. Normally, Tucker doesn't quite start off fast in these seasons. Last couple seasons, he hasn't won till after the halfway point of the season. But man, started off with a win last week in week 2. Could he go back-to-back and start off the season with a huge points advantage heading into the Grade 3 race at Sardegna next week? 7-second advantage here for Tucker, as he set another purple sector just now. Tucker finally starting to lean on that overtake a little bit. Has not touched it until just now. It could be all over but the crying for Javen Tucker, as Tucker sets the fastest lap of the race. Could be an excellent point day for him if he hangs on to that. Would get that 5 bonus points. 2 more laps remaining for Tucker. Jack McKevitt just trying to hang on to it back there in P2. Corrado And P3 now, he's gaining a lot of time on that second place car, but does he have enough time to run him down and pass him? Catching them is one thing, passing them is another. Here comes Tucker up the hill to get the white flag this time by. One more lap to go from Interlagos. A 10-second advantage for Javen Tucker. An excellent fuel strategy out of Tucker puts him in the catbird seat if he can finish this one off. No more mistakes. I was bored. Word has actually set the fastest lap, but Tucker just went faster in that sector by a good number of tenths. Here they come through the S's one final time. To under 2 seconds now for Corrado. Can he catch the Jack McKevitt machine? Handful of turns to go for the 99 machine. 2 more sets of turns to go. 1 more turn to go for Javen Tucker. Here he is. He's been dreaming about winning this race since GTO started. Down the front stretch for one final time. You finally did it, Javen Tucker. Javen Tucker has won the Super Formula race for GTO at Interlagos. Jack McKevitt trying to hang on to P2 now. Dante Corrado in tow. It's going to be a close one at the stripe. Can Corrado get a big enough run? No, he's not. Jack McKevitt's going to finish P2. Dante Corrado will finish P3. Here comes Cross Aberdeen to finish P4, being pushed by Board Wharton. P5, an excellent strategy call by Slinky there, finishes P5. P6 coming across the stripe on fumes will be Rashad Metz. P7 will be Gavin Morrison. And P8 will be Colin McKevitt and Isaiah Smith. That's going to do it for the race here tonight. Javen Tucker, your winner, as you see him celebrating in victory lane right now. Let's talk to tonight's winner. Javen Tucker, you're able to finish that off with an excellent fuel strategy. So, man, you feeling a little bit better after the Super Formula race after that?
Yeah, I think I need to not look forward to a race more often. This is kind of nice.
So, back-to-back wins. How's that get you feeling going into this early on in this point season?
A lot better than last season. It's fun to win and not have to wait till the end of the year to do it.
Well, congratulations on the win. You're getting closer to that mark of the all-time winner in GTO, so congratulations. Javen Tucker, tonight's winner, getting closer and closer. Let's take a look at the results. Let's talk to the second place finisher, Jack McKevitt. Let's see if we can find him. What's up, Jack? You finished P2. How you feeling after that nice podium finish?
Good.
That's good. Congratulations on that P2 finish. We're going to talk to one more driver. Let's talk to Slinky and see how he's feeling.
Oh.
Slinky, you finished P5. Man, what kind of strategy were you trying there?
I wanted to start on medium, see if I could stick with the leaders, but then I was like, I think it's gonna get cold, a little cloudy at the end. I gotta save the softer tires for those cold temps. So,
Now let's go to a commercial break. GTO is brought to you by Metz Painting. We're improving at your specialty. So let's take a look at the starting or finishing lineup here from the GTO Brazil Grand Prix. Javen Tucker, your winner tonight. Jack McKevitt, P2. P3, Dante Corrado, the points leader. That should be able to keep him the points lead, I believe. P4 will be Cross. P5, the Magic Slinky. P6 will be Rashad Metz. P7, Gavin Morrison. P8, Colin McKevitt. P9, Border Wharton. P10, the driver of the day, Isaiah Smith. P11, Austin Minnick. P12, David Pinkston. P13 will be Nicholas Collier. P14 will be Trevor Levon. So an excellent race here tonight. Javen Tucker, your winner of the Super Formula race. We'll see you next week for Grade 3s at the Sardigno Road Track. Looking forward to seeing y'all. Y'all have an excellent rest of y'all's evening.